Usually I have something fancy to say in front of these. Not for this one. I just can't think of it. Chase Lehocky here with the Blue Futon reviewing Journey to Bethlehem. What's about? Pretty simple premise. We are following Mary, Joseph, the three wise men, and King Harlan and his son to find baby, find Jesus, and do it in musical format. So, do I like this film? It was a good movie. I don't know what else to say. This might be one of my shortest reviews to talk about a movie because there's not a lot to talk about. It's a musical form about Jesus being born in that 9-month period of what these characters are going to do. It is a breeze of a movie. It's a musical. So first off, if you don't like musicals, you're not going to like this movie, or nor should you watch it. If you're not a religious person, probably not for you either, even though, nothing's preachy about it. This is literally about the story in the Bible. So if you're expecting to be like, oh, praise be to Jesus and everything like that, it's not really like that. It's more of who this king character is, who's played by Antonio Banderas, and what Joseph and Mary has to go through to get to Bethlehem, or what are they actually doing to do that. So I think the movie looks like a musical. What do I mean by that? You have the La La Land, which it's more of a movie in musical form, but then you also have other, you can say, musicals that look like they're supposed to be plays or something on Broadway, and this is more like that. It's a lot of sets, and you could tell they're sets, and there's just people doing normal musical stuff. I'm not a Broadway extravagance, if you want to put it that way. I don't know nothing about musicals, so if I had to take a random guess what it is, it would be like this. Because like I said, when I look at stuff like a La La Land, when I look like stuff like Sound of Music, when I look like other musicals on those levels, this just feels more contained. That's something that could be played on stage. I have nothing wrong with the sound. I have nothing wrong with the score. I have nothing wrong with the musicals. Some of the songs just maybe feel a little bit forced for what it's trying to do. Like there's not a lot of connection with it. Like the Come to Emmanuel one was a really good song. There's some of them that do stick out, but some of them you're just like, yeah, these are kind of throwaway, or it would be better if you could just talk it out instead of sing it out. There's one weird one where the son just starts dancing and Antonio Banderas is like a little confused. Even though Antonio Banderas he looks like he's having the most fun with this. I don't know how they got Antonio Banderas to do this movie, but props for him for doing it. It was probably a fun time for him to maybe want to sing. But I just think the movie itself is a one-time watch. Been there, done that. Once you watch it once, there's not a lot of reason to go back to it. There's none of the songs are like, oh, The Greatest Showman, or, La La Land, where it's like, oh, I could hear the song again and again. Here, you hear it once, you're like, okay, that's pretty good. I do like the three wise men, how they were played, how they're kind of the comic relief. If I choose one faulty aspect, it's this CGI and Gabriel the angel. There's just one scene where when Jesus is born, it doesn't work. I'll put it that way. It's very cheesy, and you're like, oof, you could have done that a lot better. Just how they point at the sky, and you have all these angels in the background, and Gabriel singing, and, everyone's, like, looking at the sky like, oh, a miracle has occurred, but it could have been done a lot better. It doesn't look good, but I'll give props to I think it's Adam Anders, who directed, wrote the screenplay, wrote some of the songs, produced it. He did a lot of stuff, so this is his movie. His hands were in a lot of the, cookie jar. So congratulations for him doing what he wanted to do. So overall, Journey to Bethlehem, it does what it wants to do. It knows its crowd, and it does it right. However, some of the musical scores aren't as catchy I think it needs to be. And some of the moments on screen, especially with the light and Gabriel, as well as these little sparkles of glitter everywhere, it doesn't work as well as I think they wanted it to. So overall, Journey to Bethlehem will receive a 3 out of 5 with Futons, which goes at 60%. So let's see the critics' scores gave this one. So you have nothing for the critics and nothing for the audience score. Wait, I lied. Keep going down. Oh, wow. So it's a lot more positive than I thought. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As of right now, 8 positive, 3 negative. So doing quick math in my head, that's 11. divided by 11, because 8 and 10 is 80. So you go 8 to 11. I would say it's like 76. I'm just doing quick math in my head, or I could just do a calculator right now. How dumb am I? 73. All right, so I was close. So, yeah, I'm actually shocked it's that high right now. I thought the critics would pan this, but it looks like they're having a pretty good time with it. So, 73, 60. Chase out here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One more thing, Futontopia. You Futons, have a great day. Now, I can watch this today, tomorrow, week from now, month from a year. I love every single freaking one of you. And just enjoy life. And this is one of those movies where you just kind of enjoy it and just, it knows its audience.